Welcome to another episode of Home and Away, a series made by me where I sit with friends and talk about what it means to leave, to begin again, and to build home away from home. This series is brought to you in partnership with Remitly for people who are building across borders. Home means different things to different people, especially when you live in more than one place. For some people, it's where family lives. For others, it's where stability actually felt possible. From other people, it's a decision made about safety and freedom. On this episode of Home and Away, I'm sitting with Paul Fo. He's an entrepreneur, a writer, a coach, a sales coach, and also a real estate investor. And we're going to talk about what it means to own a home away from home. How do you make the decision to buy, to invest, or to rent? And when you are doing that as an immigrant who has moved to a different country, what does becoming actually look like for you? Make sure you stay and watch this episode. These days, when you think about home, what comes to mind?
I think about memories created at home. When I think about home, is it home in terms of my family or where I'm coming from?
It's a big question.
Great. So when I say if it's in terms of home that I left, I think about memories created in Nigeria before I moved to the UK. But in terms of home, I think about my wife and my three boys, my three children. So that's the peace, the safety, and the tranquility. A place where you can be vulnerable and not be ashamed. Yes, that's home.
It has nothing to do with place.
Yes.
So you can always take home anywhere.
100%.
What would you say has been the key factor to be able to create the sense of home you have right now?
I think it's values, shared values. I've been married for 18 years.
That's a long time.
Yes, a long time, yeah. So I think it's shared values. That's what, and then having a compelling reason, knowing that you are not just living for yourself. I think our majesty and our strength as humans come when we realize that we're not only living for ourselves now, but we're living for people beyond us. And that brings a lot of purpose and fulfillment in our lives, yeah.
How did you make the decision to move homes? Because you've done it like 3 times, right?
2 times.
But you've not always lived in Lagos?
No, I used to live in Port Harcourt.
Yes, so from Port Harcourt to Lagos to the UK.
England,
How did you make the decision to move every single time?
I think it's my wife.
Oh!
You know, I want to encourage everybody watching us that you need to have people in your life that believe in you, that see possibilities in you that you are even scared of. You know, when I was in Port Harcourt, I was doing training and all those kind of. My wife said we should move to Lagos. Let's play a bigger game.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know anyone.
Yeah.
But Lagos changed my life. It changed the trajectory of my life 110%. When you move, it also increases the surface area upon which luck lands upon. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, even when you just like travel,
yes,
or meet people,
yes,
or go for events.
Yes.
Yeah.
It increases the surface area that luck lands upon. It reminds me of a story of Femi Otedola. He needed somebody to sign off something for him so that he can start lifting diesel from the NNPC headquarters. So he came to London when his wife gave birth to their son, Feyi. When he got to Gatwick Airport, the man he has been looking for all his career
was there.
He just walked past him. And that was it. So traveling is it's very, very good. It increases your surface area of luck. It challenges you to be the best that you are.
Yeah. I relate a lot to that because I moved from Benin. Well, I grew up in Benin, then I schooled in Delta State, so Delsu. Then I moved to Lagos, then London. And moving to Lagos was primarily because I wanted to work in tech. There's no tech in Benin or Abaka.
Yes.
So I just figured the best way to do it is move. And that same thing that you said around like Lagos changed the trajectory of your life,
yes,
that was it for me.
100%.
But like all of my career started in Lagos. And then when I moved to London, I'm realizing, there's just a different world and there's so much possibilities and there's a different level of thinking that you can get when you get there. Did you always think that you're going to buy a home when you move? Was that a plan?
Very, very great. I like your questions. Very powerful questions. So in 2020, during the pandemic, I'm a firm believer of journaling. I do a gratitude journal every morning. I've done it for 12, 13 years, over a cup of coffee.
Every single day?
I did it this
Why?
morning. I don't know, it's good for mental health. It forces your brain to see what you are grateful about and not what you should complain about.
So it's not just journaling specifically, it's gratitude journaling.
Gratitude journaling, and then I do reverse goal setting in the process. So one of those days during the pandemic, I was drinking coffee and writing down my goals, and I wrote that I was going to buy a house in the UK. I was crazy, maybe I was crazy. I've never been to Europe. You get me? So When my wife now says we should move, that she wants to come to school in England, I said, okay. If it makes you happy, because
So we're still about her.
it makes you happy. And I was worried. I said, how am I going to do my business? She said, you figure it out. So we came. And then when she finished school, that's why I talk about traveling a lot. There was somebody in her class that bought a house. All my brain was that you need to live in the UK for a long time for you to be able to buy a house. When someone in her class told her that he has bought a house, and that triggers something in us. When you live your dreams, you give other people the permission to live their own dreams.
Yeah.
So if she didn't see that person that had bought a house,
it was possible.
I wouldn't have realized that it was possible. And funny thing is that when I look at that goal, I said 2020, I opened my day one journaling app and I showed my children the goal and where we live. It was like deja vu. This is crazy.
I can assume rather that having a house that you own is about like safety, but was it about anything else? Is it like a financial decision? Like if you're going to talk to somebody like me, like buy a home versus rent or versus invest, how do you make that decision?
It depends on the person's long-term plan, you know. I want to have income from real estate because I own property in Lagos as well. We own property in Lagos as well, and then we also own property here in the UK. I like the feeling of money coming in from your property. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Although there's an arbitrage in terms of the currency, because when I just collected my rent in Lagos and I looked at my rent for 1 year and the rent I was paying in the UK, I'm like, well, I mean, that helps you sort out some people in Nigeria anyway, to your family and all that. But hey, it was both a financial decision, and I think because I'm 50 years old now, I turned 50 on the 15th of July. Yeah, so I think you get to that stage in your life where you go like, you need to own a property. Yes, it gives you that sense of feeling. Yeah. So
if you track back to like someone who is 30, say Sodi can buy, for instance, what's the mindset that we should be thinking around owning or renting or investing?
Very good question. They should start it early, because I was doing sales coaching for a client of mine in the real estate industry, and the guy said to me, say, Paul, every year buy land.
Every year?
Every year if you can, before you're 50. See, because two things happen. Number one, the value of the property goes up. And when the vicissitudes of life come, which is inevitable, challenges come in life, you can liquidate one and sort out the problem. Buy property if you can when you need it, and buy it if you can't when you don't even need it.
Do you feel different now as an immigrant in the UK now that you have a home versus when you were renting?
I think there's that sense of like we own this home. Even if we pay a mortgage, we know that we own this home. It feels good. And then it also tells my children that anything is possible. Because I have a 16-year-old son, 15 and a 12-year-old. I always tell them where we're coming. I used to hawk recharge card on the streets. I used to be on the street on a place called Emekuku Street in Port Harcourt. I used to hawk recharge card and go to a city called Aba to buy books and sell books to offices door to door. That's what I was doing. And going from that to owning a property in the UK, that's a stretch.
That's a stretch.
That's a stretch. It shows you unity of purpose between husband and wife. And I want to always tell my children that anything really is possible.
This brings me to a different question. So if we take it from the Paul who was hawking recharge cards on the streets, to the Paul who is now training lots of people and lots of executives globally,
yes,
right? What is the line that takes you from there to here? What are either the choices or the people or the decisions that you made? Like it's almost like a summary of your career, but not necessarily just tell me the mouses. Tell me like the pivotal moments.
I heard a wise man say that when we're young, we look like our parents, and when we go older, we look like our decisions and our choices. I want that to sink into the audience.
Say it again. Look at the camera and say it again.
When we're young, we look like our parents. But as we grow older, we start looking like our decisions and our choices. So when you say some of the choices and decisions that have helped me, number one is who I married. I read 40 books a year.
Every year?
Every year. Like I read obsessively, right? And I read a lot of biographies. And most of them will tell you, one of the most critical things of a young person's life is who you marry or who you want to be your partner, because they influence a lot of your decisions. So I think I made that choice. I don't know, I was lucky. I always jokingly tell my wife that I won a marital lottery when I met you, because it changed a lot of things. Yeah, so I'm a person of faith. That has helped me a lot. It balances you a lot. And then my values. you know, and are my anti-heroes. So let me explain what an anti-hero is. All of us have heroes, people that we want to be like. You should also have people in your family that you don't want to be like.
It's like, yeah, if I make that decision, I'll end up like, yeah.
Oh yeah. So that guides you, and I have a decision framework that may help people. Should I go ahead?
Yes.
So the decision framework is optionalities. So I said that if any decision you want to take, if the downside of the decision is unlimited, but the upside is very limited, don't take that decision.
So if the downside is unlimited, but the upside is gotten.
Don't, for example, if you have a partner or you're married and you cheat on your partner, right? There is an upside to that decision, but it's very limited. But the downside, the wahala, it's unlimited. So there's no need to take that kind of decision.
Who taught you the most about money?
Life. And now a guy called Charlie Munger is dead now. He died at 99 years old in 2023. He was the one that said that never disrupt anything that is compounding unnecessarily. So you have some people have ISA in the UK, you have ISA, and they face a challenge. They just liquidate the ISA to solve that problem. The slightest challenge they face. Some people have mutual funds. The slightest challenge, they are thinking first on how to liquidate that investment.
So something is compounded.
Yes, leave it.
Fix your problem somewhere else.
Yeah.
Would you rather own a cozy flat in central London or a 5-bedroom home in Lekki?
This guy, why are you tempting me like this now?
But I'll pick it.
Central London.
I'll pick Central London.
I'll pick Central London, yeah.
Pay a mortgage of 25 years or save cash for 10 years to buy outright?
I mean, you can pay the mortgage if you do the mortgage in 25, if you have more money, you can offset that mortgage. You can pay it in less than that. Why?
I pay rent and hold for that.
Yes, yeah. I'm old for that long. Your landlord comes and says he wants to give the house to his son. What are you going to do?
Live mortgage free but far from your culture, or pay monthly but feel rooted?
Can you please answer that question? This guy, your questions are just tiny in one corner.
No, this question is for you.
Yeah.
I would pay monthly and feel rooted. Yeah, then leave.
And I think the monthly thing is coming to Lagos now, small.
Yeah.
And 30 December is coming, so all you guys watching, short-lived guys.
Was there anything that was tough about being a property owner in the UK?
Oh, very tough. The thing that was tough is even the process of getting the property.
How so?
The process, you have to meet a lawyer, mortgage advisor. And funny thing, this is the first place you will come to. You have your money to pay for the property. You have your 10% deposit or 20% deposit, as the case may be. They're not ready to take your money until they finish all their search. They're very thorough. Very, 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 very thorough. And because I live in the northern part of England, right? Maybe because of where I live, my mortgage is not really, I can't call it high. Life is relative. You know, my mortgage is lower than my rent. I want that to sink in.
Your mortgage is lower than
the rent I used to pay. So because of that, and I said to myself, so that if I work out certain systems in my business, one digital product can actually pay this mortgage every single month. So that's what it forces you to start thinking. You now start allocating an asset, a skill of yours to be able to sort out a bill of yours. Yeah.
So when people want to, I think when you move into the UK or a different culture, from my experience, there are things that begin to change for you. And one of it is also your mindset.
Yeah.
Being able to say, oh, this is how we think about money here or how we think about work here, but this is what this culture actually looks like. And I think that sometimes to move into like a different level, do something, you need to change some habits
100%.
or learn a new one.
100%.
So in terms of like owning a home and settling in the UK, what money habits or life habits did you have to unlearn and then learn to kind of get this settled in?
My sister, I took money seriously when I moved there because the bills are billing you.
If you ever come out from Naira to pounds, crazy.
I took money very, very seriously. And I now realize that, look, I want to encourage everybody, if you can't travel if you can. But if you can't travel physically, start traveling mentally. My way of thinking changed. What I thought was big money when I moved there, nothing. Because this place just helps you turn your floor into your ceiling. It just forces you to think bigger. All right, and moving here makes you plan well. Really, really, really well, because if you don't have those direct debits, you know that certain bills are going to come out every single month. No story. In fact, my mortgage is coming out. The money is there, you know. So I think that is what that did for me, and that it made me also realize the power of the internet. Because I've always been an internet person, but knowing that as I moved here, I won't have the physical clients that I had in Nigeria. I had to force myself to understand how the internet works. If not, and I'm happy about that. So those are some of the money decisions and choices. Mindset change a lot.
Thank you so much for staying to the end. I hope you really enjoyed this episode. I hope there was something in here that you could learn from, or that felt relatable, that felt like a representation of your journey, or maybe even your dream. And I hope it's something that you can sit with. Please like, please comment, but most importantly, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'll see you on another video. Peace.